We welcome UCLA head coach Mick Cronin and student athletes Tyger Campbell and Jaime Jaquez Jr. Coach, we'll give you the opportunity to make a few remarks and then we'll turn it over to questions.
Well, it's great to have Tyger and Jaime here with me. Better coach with good players. Somebody told me get horses and ride them. Since I'm scared to do that, I'm just going to do it in the coaching realm. And we got 2 horses this year. We're going to ride them. So we're excited about the season. We got 5 guys on our team that have played the Final Four, but we got a lot of freshmen as well. So just excited to get started, trying to get Mac and Will back healthy and get back to full strength. But it always makes it nice when you got 2 guys that could both win Player of the Year in the league on your team.
We're going to start with Myron on the right.
Can't miss those shoes, Myron.
Appreciate it. I have 2. I'll start with Jaime. How does it feel to be healthy after all the injuries you had to struggle with last year?
Feels pretty good to be healthy. I can't lie. Last year, dealing with a lot of injuries, pretty banged up on both ankles, but had a lot of time this offseason to recover and get as healthy as possible, and that's what I'm doing.
And Mick, earlier today, Pac-12 Commissioner said he hadn't talked to anyone who was in favor of the USC-UCLA move to the Big Ten. I think it's only fair to ask USC and UCLA if they have any response to what George said.
Yeah, look, I was playing golf when that happened, so that was way above my pay grade. So, you know, for me, I'm getting older now. It's my 20th year as a head coach. I'd rather talk about these guys than all that stuff. You know, those, ADs, presidents, commissioners make those moves so they can talk about it. You know, so I'd rather talk about these guys, Myron, and all, in all due respect. You know, I think that everybody today should be talking about our players and all these kids that are working so hard. It's a year-round sport now, as you know. These guys live in the social media world where they're being critiqued at all times as amateurs. And it's not always pretty. I think every media day should be about the players. So I got 2 great ones here with me and a bunch of other ones at home. Happy birthday, Dave Singleton.
Happy birthday, Dave.
Birthday, Dave.
Ben?
Jaime, over here. How much of you coming back was this guy sitting right next to you and the chance to do something special together?
Which guy sitting next to him?
Guy in blue.
All right. Yeah, well, looking to the guy to my left right here, number 10, we had talked about in the offseason what our decision was going to be. He had opportunities, I had opportunities, but ultimately we came to the decision that we were going to come back and try to hang banner number 12 in Pauley Pavilion. And, we talked about it, and I think we both had a good understanding of what each other was trying to accomplish.
Go to Shireen and then Kevin. Front right.
Shireen Ryan in thefrontrow.com. I'm going to miss you, Coach. You always make me laugh.
I'm not retiring.
I know, but I'm not going to be able to ask you questions.
Oh, okay.
Okay. When Jalen Hill passed, I saw your tweet talking about social media, and it really shook me because I knew him since he was 14. So I'm interested to getting all your thoughts. You have anything you're going to do special this season, a memorial or anything?
Yeah, I mean, look, I got to talk to George Hill about that. You know, George and the family's been going through, obviously, can imagine. I can't imagine. So just been trying, my thing, communication with George is just Jalen's father, just trying to be supportive to him. Tyger and I and Jaime were actually talking about Jalen on the way here yesterday on the plane. So it's just still, like, for us, it's surreal, because, it's not like we saw, it's not like he was sick. He wasn't on our team anymore, but look, he's from Southern California. These guys know him well. So it's really still hard for me. If it's hard for me to believe, and I've been through the passing of people that are close to me. For young people, like Tyger and him were roommates. It was close. It's just really, like he's talked, it's hard to even process that Jalen has passed away. So, but they're definitely, do have some sort of remembrance, of him. It's just, it's a horrible, horrible tragedy. that he's gone from us so soon.
Kevin?
Kevin Dan of Pac-12 Networks. Jaime, continuing our conversation from lunch, what would it mean to you to be the next player of Mexican descent to get to the NBA? And then, Coach, what do you see in Jaime that will make him succeed at the NBA level?
I think that would be a big stepping stone for people in my community, especially the Mexican community, to see a guy like me be able to fulfill a dream that I've had since I was a little kid, and just to inspire that next generation of Mexicans and Mexican Americans that want to fulfill their passion, whether it be basketball or anything else. Just to be that beacon to say that, yeah, you can do it too.
Well, Jaime's got one skill. That it's all encompassing. So it goes from guys in the 6'7" to 6'8" range that are athletic enough, can defend, play hard enough to play at the NBA level. So, I mean, he could have made it this year. He could be playing there right now. Injuries slowed him last year, and Jaime's a very unique person where he values the college experience, where, today most players are coming to college to get to the NBA. Jaime's extremely mature. It's a credit to his family that he values the college experience. That he doesn't think about the money aspect, not that he doesn't want it, but it's more about the experience for him. But he also, look, in college, Jaime's showing you every year he just scores more and more points. He was an elite scorer in high school. He's going to score a ton of points this year, as both these guys are. But he's got the size and to play his position, which will be, multiple positions, and that's what the league's all about now. It's guys 6'7" to 6'9" that can do multiple things. Hopefully somebody that I think, when the day comes next June, he's going to get drafted by a team that's trying to win right away, because he's not an 18-year-old kid that needs development like a young Peyton Watson. He's going to be somebody who can go help a team win right away, because he's made UCLA win for 3 years, and he's going to have the experience to do that.
We're going to go to Casey on the left.
Hey guys, back here. Casey Jacobson with Pac-12 Network and Fox. Good to be with you guys. I have a question for the players. First for Tyger. I feel like the point guard position is the most important in basketball. Tyger, I'd like to hear from you how you define what a great point guard is, what a great point guard does. And then for Jaime, I believe that your sister is now a freshman, and I just kind of want to know what that experience is like to have your sister now on campus with you.
I'd say being a point guard is all about being selfless and being an extension of the coach on the court. So I just like to be on the court relaying coach's messages and, checking on everybody, making sure they're good, just kind of just playing outside of myself and worrying about the guy next to me, while still I'm trying to add, those things of getting myself going and, just try to add on to my game some.
Yeah, my sister, hot topic lately. She's been enjoying her time here at UCLA so far, and I'm just very blessed and able to recognize how rare and how special it is to have a little sister playing basketball, college basketball at the same time. That doesn't really get to happen very often. So I'm just really happy that I'm able to acknowledge that and appreciate it.
We can go to Don in the back right.
Hi, for Jaime and Tyger. Who do you consider your biggest rivals personally, like in the Pac-12? Is it Zona, because you're battling for top dogs, crosstown rival Trojans, the other Cal schools, and has that evolved over your years playing for the Bruins? Thank you.
I say it's everybody, respectfully. But I don't know. I like playing at the McHale Center. What about you, bro?
Yeah, I like playing at Arizona. I think that's one of the most hostile but fun environments to play in.
Byron?
Making college basketball today, a lot of guards want to be combo guards, not necessarily pure point guards. You have one in Tyger. What advantage to have a veteran point guard on the court does that give your team?
Oh, a huge advantage, but those days are over for him. So, for him to be selfless, he needs to shoot more now. He's an elite shooter, one of the best in college basketball. His role is dramatically changing. So he's a veteran, so he knows don't turn the ball over. He knows how to not upset me in practice. But added on that for him, once we got started this summer, has been he must hunt shots for the first time in his career. Like I'm on him. I want him in Steph Curry mode. So the Tiger is the best in the country at taking care of the ball. Can run the pick and roll, run your team is out the window. He's become such an elite shooter that for us to win, he needs to be hunting shots. So I kind of blowing your theory up, but so I think the game, as the game's evolved. With the advent of the three-point line, and when you have a guard that can shoot it off the bounce, that it makes him so hard to guard. Because if for instance, in our scrimmage he made 7, but down the stretch because of that they were so guarding him so tight, he was going to the basket getting fouled repeatedly, and he's elite at that as well. So it just and on this team we have other point guards. Mari Bailey's a point guard, Dylan Andrews a point guard. So it's going to help Tyger where he doesn't have to bring it up, and he's going to be able to get off the ball some, which makes him happy. He doesn't have to do all the dirty work of bringing it up all the time.
Can Tyger respond to that?
Go ahead.
What was it? Could you say it again, your question?
All about what I said.
Oh, I just kind of like what I said earlier. I'm just an extension of Coach. If Coach needs me to take more shots for our team, I'm going to take more shots. If Coach needs me to play defense, I'm going to try to pick up full. If he needs me to pass, I'm going to do that. So I just want to be a team guy, and I'm just here to win.
I'd like 30 a game. Since he's going to deliver whatever I ask.
Me too.
We're going to go to Rocco on the right.
Hey, Tyger, Rocco Miller, bracketeer.org. I'm over here to your right. I just had to actually piggyback a little bit off that. I noticed 2 years ago you shot 25% from 3. Smaller sample size, about 70 attempts, went up to 120, 41%, and one of the best in the conference. Obviously, you've become a sniper on top of all your other abilities, leadership and whatnot. So first of all, just in your own words, what was the biggest difference? Was it more the offense playing through you? Was it just a lot of hard work working on that three-point shot? And then follow-up question for you. At 5'11" in today's college basketball, we have a lot of rosters 6'3" and above. I was with a team yesterday. Their shortest guy is 6'5". So is it becoming more challenging at your size, or is it actually giving you an edge?
Well, to answer your second question, I've always kind of been a smaller guard, so I've always had to play with a chip on my shoulder. Just like kind of what you said, all the rosters around the country their point guard is 6'2", 6'3". But that's never really bothered me. I've always just gone out and just tried to play with as much heart as I can. And I've been like that since I was a kid. And what was the first question again?
Just about your increase from 25 to 41%.
Oh, yeah, that was just, I went that summer, Coach just was on my back telling me to stay in the gym. And that's just what I did, trying to get in 4 or 5 times a week and just try to get game-ready shots and just stay in the gym, living there, because it's helped. You see the results, and it makes you just want to keep doing it.
Okay, we'll go to Eldridge, back right, and then we'll come up here to John.
Eldridge Jaquez, Coach. I'm a little bit surprised to hear that, because for me, watching Tyger is really refreshing. You don't see too many true point guards anymore. So I'm going to direct this to Jaime, and I don't know if it's a result of you guys lost Jules Bernard, you lost Johnny Juzang, 2 guys that could really score. But what do you see as a difference in so far this season? Because last year it seemed to me Tyger looked to get everybody else involved, and then when teams dared him to shoot, he knocked it down, which to me is a true point guard. I'm not so much sold on. There isn't really many true point guards anymore in the game. I don't really consider Steph Curry a point guard. He's a scorer, in my opinion. Well, have you noticed a difference this year with Coach saying he wants Tyger to score more versus last year when he looked like he was trying to set up everybody else, didn't do his thing?
100%. Last year we had a different group of guys. We had a lot of guys that could put the ball in the basket. Jules, Johnny were guys that could really shoot the ball at a high clip, and then Cody down in the post. We would definitely try to get him involved in the offense. But now we got a lot of younger guys, and there's definitely a scoring hole to be filled with Johnny and Jules being gone, and Tyger has been stepping up to fulfill that role, and he's been able to shoot at a tremendously high clip, and it's very tough to guard in practice, I can't lie, trying to chase him off screens, coming off pick and rolls. So To be able to see him go at everybody offensively really just makes everyone else better. Guys have to defend him. And we're defending, to me, the best point guard in the country every day in practice. So that can only make us as a team that much better.
Cool. Thank you.
All right. Our last question of the day, we'll go to John on the front left.
John Gold, Saturday Out West. Mick, kind of echoing that question, replacing a guy like Johnny, is it just, by committee? Do you look at it that way, or is it a certain skill that he has that you're trying to replace?
Look, Johnny was a great college scorer. But, we have to, you got Amari Bailey coming in. He's got, clear NBA talent. Dave Singleton did a super year, which we need, we're going to need Dave to be more productive this year. But he's going to get more opportunity, with Johnny gone. So, it's going to be different. I think, look, these two guys can both win Player of the Year in the league. And that's not just because I'm their coach. I mean, it both could be first-team All-Americans at the end of the year. I watch them every day. So they're both more than capable of getting, both of them, 30 on any given night. We had a scrimmage. They both almost got 30. One of them did. One of them almost did. So I'm not that concerned, with replacing Johnny's scoring as much as I'm concerned we're going to have to play a lot of young guys. So we've been working hard on defensively, getting those guys up to speed defensively and up to speed with how hard you got to play and compete in college basketball to win, because they have the talent.